How much sleep did you get or not get?
So
That's what we were
I
asked.
really did not make good choices last night. And by that, I mean I was in bed by midnight.
Oh,
That
wow.
is a poor decision. That is not even on Quackle's list of generated options. My voice just sounds like this because I was yelling a bunch.
Yeah, Life Quackle says exchange life decisions.
Yeah. And here we go.
Oh my goodness. Sam Rosin, I know he's giggling on the inside right now because his first 3 tiles were JOO.
There's a lot of history behind that. I'll let you tell as much of that as you want.
There's a version of 1 Minute Scrabble where we kind of made our own lexicon because that's the trendy thing to do, is to make your own lexicon, right?
Yes.
And so back in the day, Sam and I did that, and yeah. JOO was the signature word.
JOO, I think you had to pass back if your opponent played it or something. You had a free turn.
There were the dictionary of like special approved words, shall we say. In the dictionary, the name has now been canceled. So we don't call it that anymore, but you'd have to exchange letters. I mean, you'd have to pass. Anyway, Sam plays Jor, which is kind of what we expected.
Jor or Roji, you just kind of choose one probably.
Yeah.
And Sam chose Jor, so we'll see if he's able to hit into this IORV draw, and we'll shift over to Dr. Bing himself, AAABETU. So Bateau now plays beneath Jor if you want to dump all of this, or you can go a little smaller, maybe an AUA play. You have any preferences here, Conrad?
Bateau seems fine.
What about AUE beneath Jor, doing just 3 underlaps and kind of mucking up the board? Do you think that? I don't think that's mucky enough.
And the leave is awful.
It is. So Beto, Dave's like, I don't need to think about this anymore. This is an easy turn, and he's going to drop Beto, pull ahead 24-20. And when you're holding a V on your rack, you don't want to draw a U, but that's what Sam just did. FINORUV. That A is going to do him some big favors, though. As Favor, FAVOUR, now plays for 32 points. I think we see that from Sam. He's got high scoring options using that triple letter square beneath the E in Beto. FIRN plays, but I think you're going to sacrifice points to break up UV, right?
Probably. I mean, I think he'll at least consider whether or not he should play underneath, because that EFJAI spot is solid. It's a lot of points. Got to at least look at it, but I don't see how you couldn't take to get bailed out of FUV for 32. That's like a dream. It turns this into like a good rack.
Yeah. I mean, all of a sudden you can score 32 and play off FOUV at once and hold IN. That checks every box that I'm looking to do right now.
Yeah.
But 41 points for the overlap is a lot of points. So Sam's got some decisions to make, but I'd be surprised if he doesn't end up opting for Favor here.
Yeah. Seems likely. It doesn't seem like he's going to open anything for Dave. The B does not quite allow for an 8. He's got Fern spelled out. Favor is also like I don't know. I mean, you shouldn't miss the play because you're probably looking at that, putting that F there anyway to run parallel across column or row, however numbers work, 8. I don't know.
I'd be surprised if he ends up whiffing on Favor, but yeah, that spot with the overlaps just looks so nice.
Yeah. If you look at that spot first, like the first thing I saw was Favor. If you look at the other spot first, it'd be very easy to tunnel on it because you're like, oh, I'm scoring 40. Like, I'm not going to score 40 through the A. I don't have anything going parallel. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's David Whitley. David Whitley, you are missed here. I didn't actually know you weren't coming. We miss you, David Whitley.
There's a lot of people, you don't really realize they're not on the entrance list, and then you get here and you're expecting to say hey, and then you just never see them, and it's like, oh, that's a bummer. But now I know they're not here when they jump in the chat instead.
Right. Except for Kate.
Or Josh Sokol yesterday jumping in chat in between his rounds. Of course he does, but...
Yeah. How's it going, Game Guy SD? Happy morning or evening, wherever you are.
So not even Fern. He just plays FIR here. 40 points, but NOUV? Are we getting another hold the U situation?
No, you.
All right. So Sam, I think probably squandering a little bit of equity there. I'd consider this a blunder.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, a blunder and a miss. A medium-sized mistake at least, but
was it a finding medium?
It was a finding medium.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell the chat what that means?
I don't know.
Okay.
You should. I'm not a I've never went over my games much. Like you tell the chat what's up, or maybe Wanderer 15 could do so.
Well, I've got the headset on. I'd
Okay.
rather Wanderer 15 had the headset on, but some people have like jobs and lives, I suppose. There's a website, randomracer.org, created by Joshua Castellano, a Scrabble player and an
Now
expert
part
in
of
his own.
Wiggles.
Now part of Wiggles. Okay, nice. And players can go through and it'll scrape data from their games if they use certain hashtags when they analyze them. Things like hashtag finding medium. You can quantify what kind of mistake you've made, whether it's word finding, word knowledge, board vision, that kind of stuff. And you can also classify them as small, medium, large, or I think there's like a questionable bucket. So some top players use that tool a lot. As Conrad said, he doesn't analyze his games, and I only analyze my games when I want humor because there's nothing to be learned, but rather just terrible plays to be shaking your head at. But some of the top players definitely do that. That'd be a hashtag finding medium mistake for Sam. He did not find the play, and it was a medium-sized mistake. This was not a medium-sized mistake by Dave. He did not have playable bingos. He cashed in a bunch of points with his nice overlap. I think there's no question there.
Well, here's a funny one though. If you're Dave, would you consider playing Inane instead of Liane because you save LE for able nines?
That's a good thought. Yeah.
Only Dave, no one else.
Right. Dave, I'm sure certain knows the able nines
Yeah.
immediately. Dave is a word machine, but finding small, strategy small. I don't know. Maybe
Strategy
probably
bang.
nothing.
Yeah, no, I think he made the correct play, but it would be funny.
IINOOUV for Sam. Do you exchange?
I would have exchanged 7 about a minute and a half ago.
And you would exchange 7. You wouldn't think about holding in or IN.
No, I want out.
I agree. Yeah,
Because a bunch of cruddy tiles have been played so far. Like there's 4 S's, both blanks. Like it's not like one of those games where there was an S and a blank and an X played in the first 3 turns. Like all the good stuff's in there.
Yeah,
and he doesn't have any of it.
Yeah, so go find it.
Well, he's playing Ovoli, which is perfectly fine. Like I think that's the only other thing worth considering. I just
keep
I
the
don't.
U.
Yeah, I mean, I
Keep
just
the
don't want to
U.
keep the damn U. And it's not going to obscure Dave's best play of Cot for like 40 anyway. So
Oh, I've played NAT and NWL like 4 times. It's not a word there, but
no,
okay, it is here. Nice.
it is a word.
Yeah. All right, so Dave wastes no time. Cat comes down, and Sam kept the U for exactly this reason.
exactly
Depending
this
on what he
reason.
draws, he may be able to have a 30 or 40
Yeah.
pointer. Yeah, there's coin.
For those of you who are pretty new to tournament Scrabble, he absolutely did not do that. He also did not expect to draw a bingo.
Yeah, now he's
I
just going to play Cooping and Coor.
Yeah.
So okay.
So that worked out okay.
Yeah, we're being tongue in cheek a little bit. There was a game yesterday where a player blundered his first turn, kind of got in his own head looking for bingos, held a U on his rack, and then just could not get rid of it. Every good play, every best play for the next several turns made him keep this U on his rack, and he was just saddled down with it, and it was terrible, and it was sad, and so now it's a meme. Keep the U.
Yeah.
And Sam kept the U here. He decided not to exchange 7. It's got 8 points and then immediately draws a bingo because that is how Scrabble be sometimes.
And this is why listen to Sam, not me.
Yes. So, question: does Cooping take a back S?
Oh God. I have no clue personally. But
Yeah. Well, we'll see if the players have any clue. Yesterday I said I'm certain Dave knows, and then Dave didn't know. You asked him after the game.
I know.
So,
Yeah. Does that take an S in front?
yes,
Okay.
it does take a front, but not a
Okay.
back S.
See,
so now you know.
I would have been like 75% that it took an S in front and 50% on the end. So not really what you want to. Now here's a good question for chat and or for Matt. Name all the back hooks for COUR.
I learned that word 10 seconds ago, so I'm not even gonna try. It takes a T. I got one.
D.
Okay, that's the one I'd put there.
Okay. What about an S?
Friggin', I mean, you tell me.
What about an E?
You tell me.
What about a B?
No.
I knew I would get you to look it up eventually.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And I think a D also, right?
Yep. Okay. So options for Dave. He's got that pivotal Z tile on his rack. It's such a big tile in CSW play. But I think you have to just cash it in for less than maybe you'd hope. Ozeki looks okay, but then it sets up big okay plays on pop if Sam has an O. Zinke plays down, making OE next to
Ooh,
Ovali, but that's, just giving Sam 40 free points.
yeah.
Go smaller and play Zep to the P if you want. Blow up the entire rack and play Netizen. Or there's one, I like this one quite a bit, Kitenge.
Oh, Kitenge,
Yeah,
yeah.
just keep the Z and nothing else and open up 2 different triple word squares. I
That would
actually
be,
kinda think that's awesome, but
yeah.
Ozeki's very standard
Yeah.
and scores well and has a good leave. Probably just do this.
Yeah, I mean, it distracts Sam probably from one part of the board to the other. Dave leaving ENT with the I and the P hanging around. We have a very important announcement that Jesse Day has brought us coffee. I
Yeah,
hope you're excited to see some Jesse later today.
I was trying to be low maintenance. I told our little chat support group, like, "Hey, guys, I don't need coffee. I can just drink what they've got at the hotel." And I poured myself a cup, and it was the color of tea. Like, I can still see to the bottom of my cup, even though it's full of coffee. It's like, this is I took one sip, and I'm like, "No, we need reinforcement." So
Yeah,
huge props. Thank you to Jesse for
and and
saving us.
and Matt should know better. We know that he has student loans, but don't sacrifice on crap coffee. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, avocado toast and crap coffee. Every boomer will tell me that's the reason, I'm $170,000 in debt, so awesome. In any case, alright, so Doji has Doji, Dogie above
That's what I
Ozeki.
see.
It's so many points.
Yeah,
Keeps the double A's. I mean, would you think about playing Odia instead and keeping a G
G. Well,
instead?
we all know that G is the best tile. So
And that is, of course, for you new to Scrabble stream, also very tongue in cheek. G is a terrible tile in Scrabble. So you'd like to shed it if possible. You never want to keep the duplicates on your rack, but I think Doji from Doji is what we
yeah,
expect here.
yeah. So let's see. Will we have Muffaletta Camp today? I have lunch plans, so we'll have to go to Matt for that one. A little welcome to Conol. How many Muffaletti did we end up with yesterday? As far as I know, 2. I do not think Lindsay got us one because she was going in the other direction, and then we thought you were getting us one, Kate, and then Tim got us one, and yeah. So I don't know.
But 2 muffalettas is like 37 pounds of sandwich.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, someone can do the metric conversion there, but yeah, it was a lot of food. I ate a quarter of one for lunch, a quarter of one for dinner. Now I have a whole other muffaletta in my refrigerator. So hey,
yeah,
I might bust out muffaletta cam over the lunch break.
yeah. We'll see. There you go.
This is surprised that we've seen Sam take so much time here. Doji just looks so obvious. Do you think he's also whiffing on
I
OK
would say
right
it's
now?
possible he's missing Ock. Ock kind of came around when Sam was on hiatus from Scrabble, so a question for you in chat while Sam debates the merits of Dogi and Dogi and Dogi.
Yeah, do I have plans for getting my free beers tonight? I don't know. Harrah's will give me free beers as long as I lose money to them. That sounds good. If Scrabble players want to buy me free beers, I would love that, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'll probably just buy my own beers tonight.
What about your free beers from here?
Oh, yeah, 3
That's
free beers. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I have
that
a husband to go get those for me. My dad is here. They've got my cards right now. They can bring them to me. That's fine. Hopefully the games today are more exciting and make me want to drink beer a little bit less. But I digress.
we had some good games yesterday. It was just the end of the last afternoon got a little
Had a couple
draggy,
250-point
draggy.
drubberies
Yeah,
and people with deficits on boards they couldn't get out of, and
yeah.
it's just kind of boring. But Sam, what are you doing? He must not see
I don't think he
okay.
sees it. Yeah,
In which case, this turn is actually a lot harder. Like, what do you do? Igapo through the P and cooping, Goa on top. We watched Dave Wiegand, who's like one of the best players in the world, miss a bunch of obvious plays because he had to make okay yesterday.
yeah.
So
And
I
it was
don't.
the first game of the day. Well, it was the first game of the tournament, but
It's the first game of the day
first game of
again.
the day. It's hard. Dave was,
This-
he was using his brain playing anagrams until almost 1 a.m. And not too much belligerence from anyone who wasn't Evans, but Dave kind of kept it under control. He had some crazy drink last night that had all sorts of like white chocolate and stuff and a vodka drink. It was actually really good.
No shortage of good food and drink in this
No,
city.
no.
Oh man, what a freaking tournament. If you're not here this year, make sure you fix that next year.
Yeah.
Oh man, Kate and Lila and now Austin and Lindsay and just the whole team do an awesome bang up job, and it's hard not to have a good time even if the Scrabble doesn't go well. All right, big blunder from Sam, I think. Like
Oh yeah, no,
you
it's a
there's
huge.
there's no way he
No, he missed it.
passed
He
Doji,
he
right?
he,
He
he
just
missed it.
missed it.
Yeah, he missed it.
Dang. Even the top players are human. And the top players are also geeky. And I think that's what Dave's going to play, right?
Oh, yeah. So geekily and nerdily are both not words.
Let's find out. Geekily is invalid. Nerdily is invalid. And just like that, I no longer have desire to play Scrabble if you're not going to give me my words.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But okay. So geeky, it's a great way. You have 3 E's on your rack and a G. Like you can play all of them and score. You can also do that by playing G's, Geez. I know the Y is pretty solid, and Conrad has some pretty strong opinions on that tile.
The Wyatt's the second best tile in the game after the Z.
Right. Yeah. So would you consider G's and hold the Y? Y's not good.
Oh, no.
on this board.
I'm mostly kidding. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. G's is just a good play. It's exactly what he needs.
I mean, G's are geeky. They're 2 points different.
Yeah.
Do you?
Oh, and that for only 2 points, I'd play geeky for sure. If in the absence of that.
Okay.
So now here's another. Just given how things have been going for Sam so far, he has Devisal and Courd. Assuming that geeky gets played, that would.
Geeky's going to give him a much higher scoring bingo, actually.
Oh, it gives him Disgavel.
Yes.
Which he already has elsewhere. So let's see if Sam can kind of. He's gonna have to know a hook or a bingo.
Well, he's also got Ozeki's.
Devisal fits there.
Devisal just barely sneaks in.
Even then, you need to know the hook because that's a Japanese word and why it takes an S.
Yeah, that's he's gonna have to make a good play here, but surely he knows a good play. Those Japanese words are so random and arbitrary. Which ones do and don't take S's, and I mean,
which ones are even good?
Right. It's one of the hardest things about this game is once you learn other words in other parts of life, and then you're like, oh, can I use them in this game? You go travel and find different currencies in different countries, and it's like, is that in my lexicon? You can go find, different food items on a menu. Oh, he's missed Disgavel. But he does know one of the back hooks to Cour, one of the 19.
Does he know the back hook to Courd? Exactly.
Okay. No back hooks to Courd. No S, no nothing else. So that'll be interesting for this game. Also, Dave, each player's only made one vertical play this game. We're just kind of stacking. Yeah. Is Dave challenging Cour?
So Dave is challenging Cour because look at his tiles when he gets back. He had a bingo blocked.
Oh.
With 4 E's.
Oh, man. I didn't even look at his rack.
So Sam's blunder again is actually a huge benefit. I think entité is the word. Some French word. And I don't think he has a spot anymore.
Wow. Big swing of events there.
And Dave sees Disgavel immediately. He's like, for heck's sake.
Disgavel would have let him play Entité on top, on the triple word.
F's in chat. Sam has drawn an F to pay respects for everything that has happened thus far.
Maybe Sam is both the time traveler and wearing invisible headphones and heard us say Dave's rack after he made his play. No, that's just a mistake that leads to awesome benefit for him. That's definitely worth an F in chat.
Yeah, I even gave one myself.
Very good. So now, in the absence of being able to play Entité, I guess he can still play.
Play Entité,
and geeky. You can play TOPEE through that OP and keep teen. I don't know. Dave is all of a sudden like seeing his opportunity wash up as the bottom of the board is shut off. The board has no back hooks. How many U's are left? There's 2. So the Q will probably eventually get played from, but not yet.
100%, yeah.
Cooping, Dave probably knows, doesn't take the back S, and now he's facing a uphill battle down nearly 100 points and a terrible rack. And damn, what a swing. Sam's big blunder. It's probably going to win him this game. There's no justice.
We love Sam, of course. He's a great player. But this is kind of how Scrabble works. You can get away with stuff, and it's a game. It's a probabilistic game, so sometimes that's how probability works. But this probably has the added benefit of probably tilting Dave just a little bit. Dave almost certainly knows Cour does not take an S. I assume Sam knows that as well. Now, do they know it doesn't take an E? I don't know. That seems like the kind of word that maybe you could add an E to or something. I like Topi here, though. There's no reason.
Yeah, in the absence of a play that like opens the board productively, I guess you do this. You could play test E through the S right now if you're really desperate to get open immediately, but I think you want to be a little more patient here.
Yeah.
And that's what Dave is going to opt to do. So Topi comes down for 14 and Sam FDDOPSW on his rack. But that S is exactly what he needed because Devisal leaves that big hook available and he can just kind of drop whatever he wants there now, whether that's WOFS or FOPS or, just do something there. Take away the spot.
And hello to Cohen Nwali, one of our favorite Scrabble drummers. Muffin, I'm pretty sure he challenged it because it blocked Entite. So even whether or not he was 100% sure, like pretty much as long as you're under 95% sure, you should probably challenge that, if not even higher. So it may have just been a frustration, just make sure challenge. I don't know.
Would you have a preference? Would you play WOFS here? WOFS and Devisals for 42?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Holds DPP, or DDP, but like sometimes you just got to do that.
Sometimes you just got to do DDP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I would play. Yeah. I mean, it's just the board is just such a mess right now.
Yeah, I mean, it was so pivotal what letter ended up getting put behind COUR and then what's going to happen. There comes WOFS, and Dave's got to see his winning chances just evaporating before his eyes.
Yeah.
His deficit's getting wider and wider, and oh God, that's so good. Oh man, so there's one like disgusting play for Dave,
That
and
does
it's
everything that he needs to do, and if anyone knows it,
so Dave has a 9-letter
Oh
word,
no, I thought he was
9-letter
already spelling.
non-bingo. It's through the ABA.
And Sam picks up both U's, which is great for him because makes it a lot harder for Dave to open that side of the board. Unless he sees Cabalet.
Yeah, Cabalet, CABALETTE, 9-letter play, 6 tiles, opens a triple, opens the entire bottom half of the board. Doesn't actually give back too much with Sam's current rack. Like that is so awesome. If anybody knows or finds this, it is Dave Wiegand.
Yeah.
But
and he does know most of the TWL 9s. I don't think his Collins 9 knowledge. Obviously, I have no idea.
Cabalet is the plural of cabaletta.
Oh my goodness.
CABALETTA. So somebody's going to win a game of anagrams because of that.
So it is TWL?
Let me check. Yep.
Okay, so he knows the word.
It is an NW
almost certainly. Yeah,
Dave's certainly studied this before.
Which should really
just
really
so incredible.
Yeah.
If Dave ends up making this play and winning the game because of it, this is an instant will video.
Yeah.
Just showing what you have to do to get those extra couple inches to put you above the rest of the field. This would be superhuman play.
Chad is hoping for the content.
Otherwise, I guess you play Telnet through the L and Devisals for 25. It still kind of does what you want. Opens the board, turns over some tiles to go digging for S's and blanks that you need.
Yeah, still SS, X, blank, blank, unseen. There's Telnet and bingo down below.
Yeah, that seems to be the best path to victory right now. Or just try to play chords and hope Sam doesn't challenge. Maybe neglect through the G at the top. I think that's what he's looking at now.
Also reasonable. I mean, where you put the C, it's a slightly harder spot to score.
Yeah, it opens what looks to be a really annoying bingo line that is kind of hard to fully address. So that's a thought, but I think probably Telnet and wait for an S if you're not going to see Cabalet.
Yeah. Only one T left, 3 N's left. So, I mean, both of those get rid of the N, obviously, but the T, not a bad letter to keep here.
You could also play Tallen, Tallen, which takes a back S. It's a Collins only word. Kind of does the same thing if you want to hold a T instead. This is probably Dave's big last chance to get back into the game. He's going to need to create a chance and hit it immediately. There are 2 blanks for him to draw. It's definitely possible and in the cards, but here he comes. He's going to go with Neglect. No Will Anderson video on Cabalet and the rest of the history here, but that's okay. Neglect seems to do what he wants to do. And even Dave is sometimes human.
Sometimes.
Oh, well, I'm sure somebody will give Will a reason to make a video this tournament. Oh, boy. So Sam, looking at that T that was floated out there, obviously he wants to make that big red square and that big long line go away. He doesn't want to get bingoed on with the current game score, but what could you possibly do to make that go away? Is it ridiculous to play up and ut right now?
I think so, only because Sam's actually winning by quite a bit. So while, yes, I would like to do something about that, in most cases, if Dave does manage to bingo, he's putting a vowel there. You can put an S there, of course, which is what could happen. Sam should still have a lead. So I think he should at least consider playing in the top left or trying to, control the board elsewhere.
Yeah, you kind of have to make a decision when you're up by 80, 100, something like that. Do I just score a bunch of points and try to outrun you, or do I do everything I can to prevent you from ever bingoing again? And sometimes I think it's better to just take your points. Now, that line with the number of high scoring tiles available, 2 H's, 2 M's, W, X, Y, like if Dave bingos, there's a good chance that it's going to be a 90 or 100 pointer in that spot. And that to me is so scary. But if I score 24, 27 now, I'm up by 130. After Dave bingos for 100, it's still my turn. I'm still up 30, and there's no more bingo lines on the board. Like, you're still in good shape. So I think you can survive playing in the top left here.
Yeah, and part of it is, so say he plays something like up. Most of Dave's bingos will still play underneath, UT and AT both taking an S, for example. And so you just sacrifice 10 or 11 points. The bingo's going to still play for somewhere between, I don't know, 15 to 25 less. So you've already made an upfront point sacrifice that kind of outweighs or evens out the initial cost. So there's not really the nice thing about this as well, I don't know if it'll work with a dub, but if he had played pub, it would set up dead for like 30 on the next turn underneath.
Ooh, nice.
So I think I might have actually taken pub here for the 3 extra points. I don't mind 2 Ds, and I also don't mind setting myself up for a nice play on the next turn.
That's a Y behind his finger, right? Yeah. So Swathi and ST plays for 63.
Dave for shoddy. Why is it shoddy good in Scrabble?
Right. I literally was going to say that, but Swathi is more points and also valid. He's got Swami, SWAMY. He's got Sham, SHAWM. So he's going to score like 60 up there.
Yeah.
Even without a bingo. He's going to turn over 5 or 6 tiles and go looking for these blanks.
Yeah.
ST doesn't have any back hooks except Y, right?
Correct.
Okay, so if he does make an ST play, bingos probably won't happen without some help. What do you think, Swami or Swathi here?
Well, they both put the A in a good spot for a scoring spot for either player. As we see, one is way better than the other for Dave. Because Swami would give back XU.
Ooh.
Swathi would not.
Ooh. Yeah.
2 blanks unseen. I'm taking the extra points. I'm taking the extra tile for sure. I think he's going to do the same thing. And you still set up your M just the same.
Yeah. Yeah. So Dave, 63 points after neglect. This is why you make those kinds of plays, to take your swing. And if you can find a blank here, maybe he's able to hit a 9 or something, or open a line.
And that M is nice there, not only for AM, but if he draws, say the other H or something, he'll be able to play HM for 30, 40 point underlap play as well. So the M is just it's already a very good tile, but it holds some extra value here. And he does in fact get the extra 5, which you hope maybe you can get with this. I mean, I think Sam would know Swathier, but
it's like a very high prob 8. But hey, this is a 63 pointer. Might as well make it a 68 pointer. I don't know.
May as well make it like an official bingo. So we'll see if Dave can pick up one of the blanks.
I don't know. This tournament, players have loved leaving the blanks in the bag until the very end. So maybe we're just adding to that theme.
Yeah.
ADENOPUX. ADNOPUX, the rack for Sam. He has a
Oh, nice.
XOANA.
Yeah. Oh my god, look at what Dave has done.
Whoa.
He drew S blank blank.
S blank blank. And that's what he needed to
Yeah.
make this a game yet again.
Wow.
Sam's got some board opening plays. You can play XOANA through the A into Visals for 40.
That does not take an S though. That's already a plural, so it's actually pretty. Leaves it pretty. Is Zoanon?
Whoa. Okay. So never mind.
So Zoana is actually perfect.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Docs, Nox, those play underneath Divisals. Maybe you want to. Can you set up the X in any way that's not super obvious?
Well, if you're already getting 40 for it, it's probably not worth thinking too much about it.
Oh, Dave is a playable bingo right now. Thanks to chat for pointing it out. Hymnals and CH Sty plays right now. That's incredible.
Holy cats.
Holy cats. Sam could block with Yunks if he wants to.
Which would be a perfectly good play.
One has to wonder too, is Sam 100% sure Cord doesn't take an S?
Exactly. That's
so hard now when you've eliminated almost every other threat. Like, do you make some kind of sacrifice to take that one out just to be sure?
Like play Quode now, which does not take an SQUOAD, and then it's one turn to hit your X on the left side, and if Dave bingos through, you play your X for a bunch. Like, I don't know. Sam also can hold on to his X. Like, by doing Quode, he sets up XI with any of the three.
X pound plays from the E in Geeky, that second E. That's another way he could theoretically block Hymnals.
I just, don't think he's going to do that.
Yeah, me neither. There's too many other good options here. I think he's going to end up playing XOANA if he sees it. Oh, look, he set up X pound right as... Wow.
Huh.
Wow. Man, this pool looks so terrifying. Like, if you're Sam and you look at that, those are the unseen tiles. Like, oh god, there's 3 bingos left in that bag for sure.
Wow. So Sam is. No, he's gonna think about it. It's just like once you put it down and realize how like few points it is, it's just like it's not very exciting. Not to mention it does open a bingo lane. It's not a great bingo lane, but it does open one. And I think that may have been what just stopped him, was like, oh, this actually does. I just want to make sure it's not too terrible.
I think we have a little bit of blindness right now, but to Sam, there's still 2 unseen blanks. Dave played 6 tiles. I think he wants to play 6 tiles as well, and he just accidentally won himself the game with that play.
Yeah.
I think. Blocking Hymnals for like 95. That's incredible.
Yeah. So I don't think Dave's play is particularly interesting here. I'm assuming you just play right?
At the bottom, I guess you have to. Maybe you try Hymnals and Chords now and just see if you can get it by Sam, but in 5 point, that's getting challenged every time.
And even then, like, he's down basically, what, Sam has 340 now? Well, he's only down 81. I guess it's not as...
You look at the unseen pool for Dave now. Once we can get this updated, get Dave's rack in, there are 3
Sam just drew all the vowels.
3 I's and 4 R's unseen. You see that? So Sam may not be scoring very well. I wonder if you can make a play like Hemps and Ozekis. See if maybe you can just score a ton. You got both blanks. I don't know what exactly you can do with them, but if Sam is truly bogged down in a bad rack, can you win this game without bingoing?
Not without bingoing, but you can delay your opening 1 turn.
Yeah, I mean, if he plays now, Sam just bingos with Armoire and wins the game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, I want the excitement and the content.
Is just not the best open anyway. No, it's gonna get scored on.
It's so easy to block and score at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe we do see like Hemps for 31 holding Ellen blank blank.
That or Chords, which Dave has now spelled out Hymnals.
Yeah, I mean, he has to show us that he saw it, and he's very sad that it was blocked. And
yeah,
man, every time we think Dave is back in the game, Sam does something that looks a little non-standard, and then immediately kills him.
All right, looks like he's going for it. Oh, he's picked up the L and the S, which
I think he's going to try Chords here, and I don't think you can fault him. Even if you're 95% sure it's invalid, like at this juncture, I think the Hail Mary is the best thing. The only other thing I can think of is, can you fish for some kind of like 90 or 80 pointer under Swathi, like, or 70 pointer?
Yeah.
If you draw like Holmes or something. He's just gonna drop hymnals and chords right now.
You can even see Dave looking over. Like even Dave isn't stoked by this.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well,
I
I'll
think I'm
try
just
it.
gonna lose now, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if there's a. I'm assuming Sam will challenge just because it's 5 points, but
Yeah. It's 81, 86, or 0. Yeah,
oh,
Sam.
insta challenge from Sam. Nice job.
Yeah, and he even points this one here.
Right. And that's the thing is like, sure, he was going to challenge, but like that had the elements of like, no, I know this isn't good.
Yeah.
That had insta challenge vibes. You could see Sam got the swagger coming back over. So I don't think that was a I need to challenge it. It was like a no, 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 sir. Please get that crap off the board.
Yeah, yeah, and that's so freaking impressive from Sam that he's
Yeah,
able to do this, just
yeah,
given he plays both Lexica right now to keep, these fives that do or don't take hooks
yeah,
straight in his head is that big brain energy right there for
yeah.
sure.
He spells out Remay. So Sam's definitely been studying lately because Remay is kind of an obscure Collins 5 and is way better than Remora.
Yeah, he's got Korma from the queue right now. I wonder if you think about, well, yeah, you're setting up the
Just
S and
give Dave a bingo.
oh, it does that bingo for him? What is there like
Probably through the A, I'm assuming.
through the A? Yeah, okay,
Mashlins or whatever.
okay, yeah, yeah. So that you're not going to open that up. Yeah, just play something small on top and try to rush to the end of this game, I
Yeah.
think.
No, he immediately spelled it right out. That's
Or you can play Neglector.
well,
Maybe that's what he's set up right now.
that would be funny.
This is the 9th game of a 20-game event from New Orleans, Louisiana, the Crescent City Cup. I think this is like the 13th or 14th iteration of the Crescent City Cup, one of the best tournaments of the year every year, and they've had one of their best turnouts. They were on track to have the highest ever attendance at this tournament. And then, Winter Blast came through and canceled a few flights, and they fell just a couple heads short, but still an awesome event. And we've got 11 games of Scrabble to go after this one. Uh, just super cool event. Many of the top players always come out to this one and
Yeah.
tear up the Scrabble board and tear up the city.
Yeah. Like this is the 12th event.
12th
I
event.
believe it's the 12th one because I've been to New Orleans 13 times and I came to one nationals here. So I must have been here 12
That makes
times.
sense. The 12th live Crescent City Cup.
Yes,
We had a
yes. We
virtual
did
during
have
the
the one
pandemic.
virtual one.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, put this on your calendar for next year. You really ought to be here. I don't know.
You really ought to be here. Yeah, I mean, that muffaletta I had is, worth the trip alone.
Yeah.
And then everything else is just gravy after that. All right.
Yeah. And if you don't believe him, Central Grocery, the place that makes said muffalettas, was actually shipping them around the country during lockdown. So, and successfully selling many. So, yeah.
When your food is that good that people pay $100 to have it shipped across the country, yeah, it speaks for itself. And
Yep.
instead, we can just walk down the block and get one, or we can ask the directors to get us one, and they'll both bring us one, and
Yeah.
we'll get double sandwich.
Oh, I like that everything else is debris. So Sam
Gonna play Rhymer
gonna
here.
play Rhymer
I
instead
think
of
he looked at the unseen pool, maybe wanted to
I
hold
think
his
so
breath,
because
yeah.
he knows that there are two more. Well, there's only two more R's in there, right? So less from his. He may have just not been 100% sure of Rhyme, and there's just no reason to give Dave any chance to get back in it.
Let Dave play Hemps and
Oh my god! You know what Sam should have done? He should have played an intentional phony because he knows Dave's gonna play
oh,
The odds of Sam getting to play Armoire after a phony are like 100%.
Yeah, Dave is always well. Dave could play Hemps, but yeah, probably gonna
No,
play.
he's gonna
yeah.
play. Yeah. So
That could have been really good. Play Romer, Romer, and
yeah,
lose a turn, and then play Armoire.
yeah.
I wonder if Dave would sniff out the plan, but yeah, that would have been sick.
I think you have to play like Neglector or something, which then ends up being a word, but like something.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like Neglectore, or
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So Sam's got Diatron on his rack now. Not gonna play It's actually a little awkward. What do you do about? We were saying it's so easy to block and it's a guaranteed bunch of points, but I don't
Well,
know.
what the last racket was,
Right? Yeah. mean,
and also Dave was leaving no vowels, so
if you score enough, like you can just let Dave Bingo out and win, but spread is a consideration in these tournaments. So maybe play very VARY, leave one in the bag, get one more play after Dave.
well, is there anything you can play above just SH?
I would make like an Ash, AR and Ash or something.
Everything it takes a Y. I'm trying to think. Is there not Nosh? Nosh should do it, right?
Oh yeah, down
Not
to the
there's no
SH.
Noshi, or I think Nosh should be good.
Yeah, NOSH. It's just a play like that. You got to be very certain. But I mean, Sam's
Yeah.
already shown us he knows chords is no good. So take away the bingo line, and yeah, I think that should do it. Nosh.
If anyone has any other ideas. So yeah, kind of flashes of brilliance and flashes of something else from Sam this game has kind of put him in first place, or keep him in first place. I think he had the highest spread going into this game.
Yeah, he was in first place coming
Yeah.
into this game, and he knocked off Dave Wiegand. You got to feel very good about everything that's happened here if you're Sam.
I guess you could just play Ish. That's probably even safer.
Yeah. Maybe just put the D down as well to leave one in the bag. Whip Dave makes a one-tile fish. You have perfect knowledge
Well,
instead of imperfect knowledge.
Dishy.
No, ID.
Oh, like that. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, great play.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yep. Yeah, don't give him another chance to fish.
all right, gonna click the button. Does Dave have any ridiculous bingo? No.
It's like an all-time low point for Dave on stream.
Yeah, sitting on 287 with both blanks and sadness on his rack.
Oh. I think he's gonna put on his rack SA blank for sad. I got 2 beer right.
You did get 2 beer right. For those newer to the stream or something, Dave is famous/infamous for kind of trolling the chat or trolling the stream, spelling out funny stuff whenever he has it on his rack. So yesterday he drew BEEORTW, and Conrad's like, I bet he sets up 2 beer, and Dave immediately rearranges his letters to spell 2 beer. It's like, all right. But you have so much experience playing with Dave and 2 beering with Dave, right? Over the years.
Yeah.
Tell those newer viewers how you know Dave, and how much Scrabble you've played with him.
Well, so Dave and I now live on the same street in Portland, Oregon. And obviously, it's not always been that way because I, was a kid living in California when I first started. But it was kind of this tournament was where I became friends with Dave. Dave being one of the only, I think, 5 people who's played all 12 Crescent City Cups. And 2 of those players, 2 of the remaining 5, are from Louisiana. So only, I think, 3 players, I think, Dave Wiegand, Chris Leip, and Terry Kang, are the only ones who have played all of them. I know I've been to all of them. Anyway, your question was how I know Dave. Well, the first couple years of going out on Bourbon Street, we learned that Dave likes beer. Turned out a few others of us liked beer. Turns out we like beer and Scrabble and athletics and being smart, geeky nerds, and the rest was history.
I've played at the Portland quote unquote Scrabble Club, where they just pick a walkable brewery and everybody brings a board and beers are had and jokes are told and Scrabble is played, and it's like, man, I need this in my life.
You do, and you can have it in just a few weeks.
I can have it in just a few weeks. Hood River Tournament, brought to you by Coco, the Collins Coalition. I shouldn't even be endorsing it because there's one spot left and I won it, but oh man, maybe they can expand the field.
You'd have to expand the house at this point, I think.
Yeah.
But if playing on the West Coast isn't quite what you or anyone else is able to do, you can kind of consider there's the East Coast version of this, the Champions Cup in Albany, New York, hosted by the aforementioned Terry. Similar experience. Terry cooks beautiful food for everyone. There's a cat, and just a beautiful house. And
if you'll stream that one, please bring cat cam. Necessary and important for the future of Scrabble streaming.
That cat meows like a cat. So if you're allergic to cats, well, I am allergic to cats, and I just deal with it.
You just deal with it.
I just
you heard it here, folks.
It's worth it. If it's worth whatever pain my eyes go through and whatever sneezing I do, it's worth it for kitties. Kitties, kitties, meow, meow, meow. Ooh, Ancient Cosmographer redeemed cat cam.
I like that.
When is speaking of cat cam, Wander, if you're still there, when are you going to do some streams again? I really miss it. Well, if a cat puts you in the hospital, then
you're not committed enough to Scrabble.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
To get your priorities in order. No, probably not the right tournament view. But Hood River does not have any cats.
So big sad play from Dave. Line holding AS blank blank and drawing one tile. It's just the way this game has been for him.
Yeah. This is goodness. I really have no words.
Well, this was a game.
Yeah.
It was a big sad for Dave Wiegand, but even the best players in the world have games that just kind of feel like this.
Yeah.
Though I guess he did have one opportunity to make this different with Cabalet. And
yeah,
Dave is terrible at Scrabble for not finding that play, and he deserves to lose.
Clearly.
Just kidding. But he'll never miss an anagrams again.
All right, what is Dave's best outplay here?
What is Dave's best outplay here?
Whatever it is, he's ready to do it. Just
this is it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Flex on him. We don't need no U's. Play Cades or something.
Thought MAES scores 24. Okay, that was the other thing I saw.
MAES also scores 24. All of them score 24. It's a big sad for Dave. He'll go out with either Cades or Cotties. I don't really care which one he picked.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the final in this one, 418 to 342, if I quackled it all correctly.
Yeah, Sam couldn't even get to 420. Very, very sad. Our host.
Let's cut to the overhead cam. They're talking. We'll see what they.
He's about. Telling him about him.
I wasn't even thinking that I was watching anything really. I was just trying to play off my tiles. I didn't really think about it because there wasn't even I don't even think there was a why. So it just didn't really. I guess it should have occurred to me that I was a bingo line, because there weren't really any bingo lines in this. I guess you're opening one. Oh yeah, I know. I was worried about. I was more worried about opening that one. There weren't that many vowels.
I should have thought more about word.
Scottish or something. Chord.
If I do that first, then maybe have a chance.
Yeah. Let's see. I would have blocked. I had a pretty flex. Oh no, I would have been going. I had arm warm. So it worked out better for you. You would have bingoed out probably. If I forgot about the tiles. You obviously would have bingoed the back after arm warm.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a bingo here.
I should have. Maybe I should have. Wait, no. I should have played a phony. Maybe I could have played a phony, and then you'd challenge my phony, and then you'd play boom, and then I would play or well, then you'd bingo, and it would work out the same because then each bingo is 7 1. But anyway, you were saying. Swathier? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this was the killer because I had Entity.
Oh wow! And so you had to. I was wondering when you played Toby. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. makes sense. I was there were 3 S's. And I just wanted to kill that hook while I had the chance. That's what I mean. Because I think that was the only spot I saw the bingo with board.
Can't stop him.
I haven't even had a close win. All my wins are like this. They're all like 100 points. It's kind of weird.
75.
I guess. Oh, I forgot to write down your last play. Sorry.
Something stupid for 24.
Yeah. Oh, that's stupid. Good idea. It's 418 to 343. So yeah, 75. Oh, really?
No, you're good for another minute.
417, me 342.
We're both off by 1. Let's start with me. 340.
Yeah.
376. 391.
Okay. 418 is right.
And for you, 259.
Yeah.
287.
So it sounds like they have a scoring mistake. It looks like they're probably going to catch
sorry
it.
about that. I gave you a point. So 342.
418.
Thanks.
So we're gonna maybe see if we can get Sam to come do a brief interview here. We're gonna try to do some more in between round fire emoji coverage, so you don't have to listen to me kind of filling in the airwaves. But I think we're gonna have Dave Wiegand against Chris Light in the next game, if I am understanding correctly, which should be very fun. Chris, of course, having a second place at Worlds. You can kind of see him in the background there. Dave, of course, is Dave. Thanks for stopping by, Infinity Words. Thank you so much. But also Progsalt and Sean Fate Star for sure. And hello to Maris Alden and Word Nerd Books and Rad Dude with some numbers. So it looks like, yeah. So I'm hoping we're going to get Sam out here in just a second. And you get me. How's everyone doing? How's it going? Hi from New Orleans. We're having a good time. We're putting words on boards. We're putting beers on boards. No, I don't know if that's true. Yeah, I'm, fun first game. I think it was a fun first game. How's it going, Nemo? How's it going, Infinity Words? Again, I am looking at my phone for Twitch, so please bear with me for my epic setup here. And I do see a Sam Rosin coming over right now. You want to talk about some Scrabble?
Yeah, let's talk Scrabble.
All right. So we have Sam here to chat with us about the game. So you, I heard we put you on the stream cam. Put this a little closer.
Thank
to you. So we got to hear some of the stuff you were chatting about after the game. So the thing that I thought was the most funny was if instead of Rhymer you played an intentional phony.
I mean it wouldn't have made a difference because then he would bingo. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
But until he was explaining that where he would have played him or not him and because then he would bingo underneath Armoire probably with his 2 blanks, and so it would kind of work out the same as it worked out basically.
So let's see. So Cord, you knew the whole time that didn't take an S?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I knew it. I said after the game to Dave, I think it means covered, like probably some Scottish or some sort of word like that, like cord.
Yeah.
So that's why I miss Zoana. I never see that word. I didn't see that through the A. I guess I had that.
It was your moment of brilliance with Expound, where you blocked hymnals and didn't play Zoana.
I did. It's funny because I pulled back Expound because I was thinking, I wonder if I have like a big play with the X or something that I'm missing, and then I don't know. I was like getting a little lower on time, and I thought maybe the blanks would slow me down or something. So I guess I should have kept looking because I never see that word. And it's such a high like playability word that I should look for it. I guess I didn't even think to put the X like up on that double letter. I'm pointing to a board that no one can see.
No one can see it. You just look like you're
Zoana.
Yeah. So let's see a couple questions. So was Devisal, was that intentionally? Do you know what happened as a result of Devisal? Did you all go over
I
that?
mean, I didn't. Yeah, he said he had entity. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the only spot I saw for any bingo. So I didn't even really consider anything else. Maybe I missed it. Did I miss something?
Devisal plus a G.
Oh, I didn't know that. I saw it glazed, I think, but as a 7. So I guess I don't know those.
It's a good thing you didn't know Disgavel, because this game would have been very different. Because you might have played
I wouldn't
it.
have played it.
You know,
Just
it
gave
was
this like 60 points, isn't it?
What scores like over 90? Disgavel up here.
Oh, there's another G.
Yeah,
through geeky, because he opens up through
yeah.
geeky. Oh, I didn't know that word.
It would be hard to turn it down, I think.
Yeah, I would have played that for
But,
an extra 10 points.
yeah.
Definitely. I just didn't know that word.
Yeah.
So
Well, that it was a good
kinda
thing
worked out.
because he had no spot for entity.
would have given him 2 spots for entity.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny how that is mistakes sometimes.
That's
Win you the game.
It's why we play Scrabble and not chess, or like.
Yeah.
But I don't know, any interesting plays from your perspective?
Not
or?
really. I mean, of course, the chord. I was happy and fortunate to sort of have that sequence with the S hook, and then Matt's pointing out something here. Fur. What favor? I didn't even see favor. Wow,
Yeah.
that's a pretty obvious word, huh? Favor. Well, I probably would have played that.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know what I was. I kept thinking fauve. I kept thinking I don't have an E, and then I would play fauve. But geez, favor. That's pretty bad. That would have been a much better play. I mean, fewer points, but I definitely would have gotten rid of my FUV and O all in one shot. Well, that was a mistake. Okay, so I had a couple of Zoana, favor. All my mistakes kind of worked out for me, and Disgavel. So get on my
Came out in
favor.
your favor,
Yes,
yeah.
very good, Matt.
Anything else that you want to tell chat before we let you go back to playing your next game?
I just hope you're enjoying, whoever's out there, enjoying watching the games, and hopefully, it's entertaining for you, even with the mistakes. That's, I guess, the human element to it.
It gave us a fun game.
Yeah, it was fun, and so I'm glad to. I just hope I get another chance to play on the stream at some point.
I think there's a good chance of it. You're what, in first place or first place? Or
I mean, I was. I guess so.
Which first place are you?
We're not even halfway through the tournament.
That's true.
So
That's true.
It's
yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. Hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, we're having a blast.
Good,
And,
yeah.
You can tell Dave that when he played Neglect, he had a better play of Cavalette through the ABA, which would have you told it would have completely opened the board and changed everything.
Oh wow, through the AV. Where was it? Where was AVA on this board? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah. Oh wow. How many?
Yeah.
How many L's are in that word? One L. 2 T's. Cavaletta. I challenged that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I would take it's a noun. So like Cavalettes. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh really?
It's a simple operatic song or something.
So it doesn't take an S then if it's a plural? Oh wow. Well, that would have been kind of crazy.
Well, no. It goes down to it opens triple. Yeah.
Oh, C-A-B. How do you spell it?
C-A-B-A-L-E-T-T-E as a 9.
Oh my god. Instead of neglect.
So
that'd have been kind of wild.
Dave probably knows the word. But.
Yeah.
Oh no, Dave saw the word and thought it was just Cabaletta. These are problems that we don't have.
Wow. Yeah, and I mean my rack was like kind of clunky. I couldn't like stop that middle triple. I couldn't find a good way to play over that T like in neglect.
Right.
So that would have been a good time actually. Just randomly, it would have been a good time for him to open the board up. It was an interesting game. I thought. I better get back to it.
Yeah, we had fun.
Well, started.
This is Sam Rosin, who I think is in first or close to first right now on spread, and we're gonna come live for the next game, which.